Hi, I'm Crystalline. Welcome to my studio. My business is called Crystalline K Accessories, and I focus on sustainable accessories made from reclaimed materials that I find in a variety of places. I got my start about 20 years ago making bags out of recycled pant legs. My background was my grandfather's influence. He wore a lot of really funky plaid pants back in the late 70s. And in high school I helped my dad restore vintage muscle cars, which I think somewhere built some sort of thing back in my brain of restoring and repurposing and making something old new again and finding the beauty in something old. Got my degree in textiles, and the rest feels like history. I'm really inspired by the hunt and looking for upcycled materials, rescued materials, whether it's a vintage velvet, an old crazy terry cloth towel, tweed of course, or even some fun florals. I love that juxtaposition or the anachronistic part of mixing a plaid with a floral. But over the years my style has evolved a little bit, but for the most part I really focus on making bags that are useful, durable, hold up a long time. These days sustainability is kind of a big buzzword, and it can mean a lot of different things. For me, even though there's lots of cool scientific advances out there of making leather out of mushrooms and cactus and that kind of thing, to me, to be able to recognize that there's so many cool unused materials out there, whether it's vintage fabrics that I find at estate sales or upholstery swatches that I find from different sort of upholstery and design houses, or even reclaimed leather. So I've partnered with Fab Scrap, which is a nonprofit in New York, so that I can make use of these beautiful, luxurious materials that never saw the light of day and make them into something that's really timeless and useful and hopefully a little delightful at the same time. Another layer of what sustainability means to me is not only what the materials are and what they're made out of, but how they're made and who makes them. How they're made would be specialized machinery, specialized equipment. I use industrial sewing machines. I actually use vintage ones that kind of evolved over time from having a new one to discovering, again, like the materials. Sometimes they inspire me. There's tons of amazing machinery out there that was used in factories back in the day that no one knows how to use or don't take the time to use. And although a lot of them, some of the parts are obsolete, for the most part they're interchangeable and pretty easy to work on, and I love doing it. It's like doing this amazing 3D puzzle. So I have kind of an arsenal of 10 to 12 different industrial machines that I use in my workshop to make the designs. Sometimes I'll buy a machine and say, oh, what can I do with this? And then restore it and figure out what to do with it later. So as long as I keep everything contained in my studio, I think I won't turn into a hoarder. And then lastly, just who makes it. I have a balance of an in-house team where we work together on developing designs and making small batches of things. I usually make the first 10 or 12 samples in-house when we're developing a new design until we perfect it and send out a few guinea pigs and prototypes to make sure that we like it. And I predominantly work with someone here in Seattle who has a network of other sewers, and it's nice to be able to have a community of people that need the work, want the work, are great to work with, are creative and open to new ideas, and they can be entrepreneurs themselves. In-house team happens to be that way as well. I really enjoy having that kind of energy here. I think that it kind of brings more of a collaborative nature to what I'm doing, and it makes it feel a little more like family. I think what draws people to my designs initially are the colors and the textures and just kind of overall the aesthetics of the bag. But once they start using it, they really enjoy and value the matter of functional pockets that fit the things that you need, sturdy zippers that you can rely on, straps that are adjustable and don't fall off of your shoulder, just how useful they are and how they'll melt into your life every day. I feel like if I had to really sum up what my design creator motto or mission really is a quote from William Morris, something to the effect of, do not have anything in your house that isn't useful and beautiful. And I would like to strive towards that with my designs and everything that I do, that I don't think that we need to have a lot of things, but to have some things that are really special and beautiful and useful.